Hi, this is Rachel from RedAnt Fashion. I'm coming to you live once again from my car. So it's confessions and secrets time. So I've been asked a whole bunch, and it was a question actually that I asked another designer actually recently, probably about a month ago or so, because I was having a lot of frustrations with the Etsy site. And I couldn't really pinpoint what it was that I was frustrated about or why I was having such a hard time with it, but it like never really sat well with me. And I've been doing Etsy off and on for several years now, and I have mixed emotions about it, and I couldn't really pinpoint it. And then I had asked this other artist about what her thoughts on Etsy were versus opening your own store and promoting your own online shop versus being a part of a community and doing it on their platform. And she kind of nailed it like perfectly, and I didn't really realize how frustrated I was until she kind of said it. And she was just like, the big difference is that with Etsy, it is a community, very much so, and you're working on their platform. But one of the biggest things is that in order to be successful on Etsy, you have to promote the hell out of Etsy. You're not just promoting your store, you're promoting their site. You're promoting the Etsy brand and getting people in the Etsy mall in order to get them to stumble across your store in their mall. And so that's a lot of time and a lot of energy. Not only are you paying Etsy all of these fees, but then on top of it, you're paying all this marketing in order to promote their platform and their group. And that kind of like hit home for me because I couldn't really figure out what I was so frustrated about. And that kind of just like really, for me, just kind of summed it up. And it was kind of like the same impression that I got from, I did a couple years back, like 2-3 years back, I think like two years maybe, I don't remember. Anyways, when I first was out in Minneapolis, I got approached by the organization RAW, which is for artists, up-and-coming artists, and they provide a platform for you to showcase your artwork. And for RAW, what they do is they get all these different artists that are in this community, wherever you are, whether Minneapolis, Arizona, you know, Tucson, Arizona, it's within the city, and they basically get a venue, and they get different types of artists, and they put together, like, you'll have a fashion designer, and you'll have the local makeup artists, and they'll put them together, and then you'll have different live bands and music, and then some people will get booths and be vendors at the event. And if you're doing a fashion show, you can also be a vendor. So it's for all different mediums, and they put together basically a big live event. Well, that sounds awesome and fine and dandy, right? You're just like, wow, really cool. I definitely want to be a part of this and meet other artists. Well, the problem with that is it's a great platform if you're just starting out and you don't know where to begin and you don't know how to make it all happen yourself. So, but the problem with it for somebody who has actually gone out there and done stuff, and does know a little bit about marketing and how things work, what RAW is doing, you know, is basically you can be a part of their group and you can have this platform, but all they're providing is this space and bringing together all of these different artists that might not have been able to find each other before. So for me, I did a fashion show for them, and so they teamed me up with a makeup artist and a hairstylist that was local in my community, and then they got a videographer to come in and interview me and to videotape the fashion show, and then they got a photographer to come out and take pictures. So that was super awesome. I can use it for my portfolio. But the problem was it cost me $200. So I paid them $200. Every single artist there paid them $200. And what that was for was they gave you the ticket. So it was your responsibility not only to promote your event, their event, basically. You're supposed to promote the RAW event, promote all these people, and then you have 20 tickets to go out and sell in order to make your money back. And here's where I found the problem. Yes, they did pack the house, but who was the house packed with? The house was packed with all the people that were involved in the show. They sold tickets to their friends and family. So there were no potential people outside of the people putting on the event at the event. So for someone like myself, there was no real networking to be had. The press didn't come out. The local news didn't come out. They put out no ads themselves. They didn't do any marketing campaigns. They literally had the venue put in their venues in the local paper. It says what's going on each night. So there was no advertising. It was literally up to the artist to advertise themselves. But in order to advertise themselves, what you're doing is spending all of your time advertising their brand, their company, which is why Raw is so big in every state and every city. Well, Etsy kind of does the same thing. In order to be successful in Etsy, you need to pay all of this money, and then you need to spend your time searching Etsy, shopping in Etsy, liking other people's stuff on Etsy, and really becoming a member of their community that they've built, and really spend your money and time showcasing their brand and marketing their brand for them. It's a great, brilliant business model, but not for an artist. It's a great model for them. And so that's where I was finding frustrations. And anytime I personally tried to reach out to other artists on Etsy to get advice or to join their groups or to figure out what they were doing, I found that nobody knew what made them successful. Nobody wanted to offer, or no one was open to offering any tips or tricks or how to do it. And I watched endless amounts of tutorials and videos, and everyone had different advice on their tutorials and videos. I even at one point bought somebody's PDF files off of Etsy to get tips, and they only offered one tip, which was renew your stuff over and over again, which adds up really fast. And all that does is it bumps you to the top of the stream so that you get more notice. But that doesn't work anymore. And so you have to basically spend night and day spending all of your time promoting and being a part of the community, and then trying to get in with the elite groups that are successful on Etsy and getting them to like you and befriend you so that they will showcase you in order to be a part of their community and to open yourself up to the platform to sell. So it seemed like it was just like you're spending 90% of your time promoting someone else's vision, essentially, in order to hope by default be successful. Now, I'm not saying that's for everybody. Some people go on Etsy and they're just an instant success. Other people are out doing festivals and fairs and referring people to Etsy, and so they're bringing their audience into Etsy, and so they're an instant success. But if you're going to do that, why not spend the time and the money and the energy just promoting yourself? Why not open up your own website and build your own store online and spend all that energy doing festivals and fairs and flyering and marketing through social media and other avenues and promote you and only you, so that when people go to your platform, they're not stumbling through a brand that has essentially created an online mall for you to shop through, but you're branding yourself and you're selling yourself and you're selling your own work and your ideas, and you're letting people in more. It becomes more personable. And I think that's one of the disconnects that I felt with Etsy. You can't really set up your store where it's more personal, so that as a buyer, you don't, I mean, it's great for Etsy because everybody's branded exactly the same. Every store looks exactly the same. Beyond your banner, there's nothing that makes you stand out than anyone else. With your own site, what I'm finding is I can brand myself. I can introduce myself to my clientele. I can have that more personal interaction with my audience. And so I've personally found that it's much easier, and it's kind of like I've done my own fashion shows, and I would rather do my own fashion show and collaborate with other people that's a better match for me, where our stuff complements one another, and then go out and market outside of our group, as well as invite our family and friends in order to pack a house, in order to showcase my artwork, and actually invite the press and invite the local papers and maybe the local news, so that I can actually showcase on a bigger level, where it's not so much that I'm endlessly promoting someone else's vision and idea as it is I'm promoting my own vision, idea, and creating my own tribe. Because Etsy is a tribe. Raw is a tribe. And you can be a member of their tribe, or you can build your own tribe. And I guess for me, that's kind of the difference from it. And again, like, it really came from that artist that I had talked to, like I said, like a month ago, that really hit home, and it really made sense to me, like what it was that I was so frustrated about. So anyways, that's kind of why we closed the Etsy shop, because people were asking, like, why did you close the Etsy shop? That's why I closed the Etsy shop. That's why I closed the Art Fire, and that's why we built the Shopify store. And it's so that I can actually spend my time, instead of showcasing someone else's brand and promoting someone else's brand, I can actually create my own tribe, and I can build my own community, and I can showcase what it is that I do, and I can focus my energy on that. And then I know that the money that I'm spending is really being invested in me and my art, and it's actually going back into my art for all of you. So I'm actually, it's a better, more even exchange. And I feel like I'm getting more out of my money, and I feel like I'm able to give more to the people who actually want my stuff and actually want to be a part of what it is that I'm doing. So now I have a lot more to offer. So that's kind of that. Anyways, this is Rachel from RedAnt Fashions. If you liked the video, please, down below, please like or share the video. It really does help us out. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe to our newsletter at redantfashion.com, or you can always subscribe to the YouTube channel and get more videos. All right, thanks. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.